Joel chapter 2 and verse 28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Yahawashi. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that do rule well. Salutations to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. There's your brother Marcus out here with a little edification, for the elect's sake. All right. And the name of this lesson would be I Dreamt Yahawashi Came. All right. Because, during the hours of last night, I had a dream that Yahawashi, he came back. All right. But it was, the dream was this. It was a real nice dream. Let me don't say nice because the word nice actually means foolish. So it was a real beautiful dream. All right. Like word for word, I can't remember everything, but I would say as much as I remembered. What happened? It was was me. It had some brothers that were there with me, and Yahawashi was coming, but what he was coming, it was, I don't know if it was a chariot or if it was a city, but it was real big, but it looked like a flying city. It was real big, like a big city, like a real big city, all right, with buildings and whatnot, but it was flying. And when he was coming, he was taking up people as he was coming. And what happened, just before he came to us, I believe the place was shaking, and I fell into the sea. And when I fell into the sea and I was sinking, it had this creature-like thing that it was actually now going to devour me. And at the same time, Yahawashi took me up. All right, he took me up and he quoted a precept. I can't remember the exact precept, but it's saying that no harm will come to them. All right, just before the creature, it was about to devour me, Yahawashi, he took me up. It just basically was I can't remember what it was that he used to take me up into the city, but he just took me up away from the danger of the creature, and he quoted basically saying that no harm will come to them. All right, and when we entered into the city, I would say city because it literally looked like a big flying city. We were looking at America, Babylon, but it wasn't. Now I never went to America, so I could only see how America looks from seeing it on videos and TV, wherever the case is, right? But in the dream, America was looking like this extremely beautiful city, and I could understand why John marveled when he saw the whole, because in the dream America was looking very beautiful. It was beautiful buildings, everything was looking real pristine. All right, but Yahawashi didn't care none about that. When he going, he just started destroying, laying everything to waste. Just destruction was happening. And a little while after the destruction, there was a whole group of people that was gonna be destroyed. And I remember seeing a lot of my family members was there. I remember seeing my mother, seeing my brother, I see my sisters, seeing my nephew. And it had nothing I could have do to save them. It's like they were just set for destruction, and nobody couldn't save them. And I remember he asked me a question. Now the dream literally longer than what I'm gonna say here, but I just can't remember everything. All right. And he asked me, he said, if I had an option to save one of them, talking about my family members, he said which one I would choose. And I couldn't choose which one. And I asked him, I said, if I choose not to save any, would you give them a fast death? And he said, good choice. And as he said, good choice, they just disappeared. All right. So I believe they just dissolved. All right. But, it's like real destruction was happening. The chariot was looking like a big city Babylon was looking like this great majestic city, and John, as he said, he saw the whole and he marveled. All right, but Yahawashi don't care none but that, as the scripture says. Let me read this real quick. This is the book of Colossians chapter 3 and 25. It says, but he that doeth wrong shall receive the wrong which he had done, and there is no respect of person. Yahawashi don't care nothing. Once you set for destruction, you're gonna be destroyed. All right, you are going to be destroyed. So that is why you have to do good. You don't care how you look. You don't care how eloquent you can speak. You don't care what you did. It's not about what you did. It's about what you're doing. That is why the scripture says, blessed is that servant whom his Lord come and find him so doing. All right, there's no respect of person. All right, Yahawashi didn't care about how the city looked. He came and he laid everything to waste. He didn't care if it was your family members. Once they set for destruction, they're going to be destroyed. All right, and that is why the scripture says, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. It even in Corinthians it says, how knowest thou, O wife, if thou shalt save thy husband? And how knowest thou, O husband, if thou shalt save thy wife? The only person you could guarantee saving is yourself. That is why we have to strive to enter into that straight gate. All right, this is 2 Ezra chapter 4 and verse 28. It says, but as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction is not yet come. And Yahawashi coming to bring that destruction. It says, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So if Babylon the Great don't be destroyed, Esau don't be destroyed, guess what? Our kingdom won't come. So it have to be destroyed. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it. That follow it. All right, and Yahawashi laid that great city to the ground. He laid it to the ground. He destroyed Babylon the Great, and that is what he coming to do. Yahawashi is coming to destroy Babylon the Great, which is America, the place where the evil is sown, and set up his righteous kingdom. All right, probably that is why I saw it as two cities. One city being destroyed by another city, because the people is a city. So one city is being destroyed and another will be established. All right. This is Isaiah 13 and 9. It says, behold, the day of Yahawashi cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, flat, without inhabitants. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. So he coming to lay the land desolate. And the sinners, they're all going to be destroyed. So all your family members, all your loved ones that scoffed, that mocked, that called you a madman behind your back, that whispered, that shoo-shoo-shooed, that didn't take heed to this word, guess what? You can't save them. All right? The brothers that have mothers that might be heathens, Elamites, Edomites, Moabites, Hamites, right? You might be concerned about, your mother. You might be concerned about a sister that you have or a brother that you have that might be a heathen through an Israelite mother. There's nothing you can do to save them. Focus on saving yourself. All right? Even your children, you don't know who you could, the only person you could guarantee to save is yourself. Work out your own salvation. Or by you working out your own salvation, you could work on, ordering your house right. And hopefully the Lord has mercy upon your children, upon your family. But as if your family, under your rule and, under subjection and, taking heed to the commandments and faith of Yahawashi. All right? That is the only how, they're going to be delivered. But as the scripture said, the righteous shall live forevermore. All right? This is the book of Psalms 105 and verse 14. It says, he suffered no man to do them wrong. All right? And that is like when I fell into the sea, because the whole place was shaken and I fell into the sea. And the beast, this creature was about to, devour me. And Yahawashi, he took me up from it and he quoted a scripture basically similar to this. But he was saying that no harm shall come to them. All right, he says, he reproved kings for their sake, saying, touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm. As long as you pushing this word and you believe sincerely in Yahawashi, the scripture says, let me read it real quick. This is the book of Hebrews 6 and verse 10. It says, for Yahawashi is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have shewed towards his name, all right, since he came into the truth, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. So you're still doing it. The Lord had to come and find you pushing this word sincerely, faithfully still. All right? You have to push this word until your dying breath, whether it be from, which wouldn't be from old age, because we ain't going to be here that long. The apostles still young men anyways. All right? Whether it be, by natural cause, or it be during the time of Jacob's trouble in the concentration camps. All right? But you have to push this word until your dying breath. You have to keep the faith until your dying breath. Believe faithfully in Yahawashi. All right? So the Lord is not unfaithful to forget the labor of love which he showed towards his name. All right? So you have to hold on to that faith. Because the Lord coming, the Lord gonna bring great destruction. And the only how you're gonna be delivered is by, keeping that faith. Alright, read this final precept here. Close out. This is Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 12. It says, thou didst march through the land in indignation. Thou didst thresh the heathen in anger. Thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people, even for salvation with thy anointing. Thou woundest the head of the house of the wicked, which is Babylon the Great, by discovering the foundation unto the neck. Salah says, thou didst strike through with the staves the head of his village. It says, they came out as a whirlwind to scatter me. It says, their rejoicing was as a devourer, was to devour the poor secretly, during martial law. They came up as a flood. All right? It says, thou did walk through the sea with thine horses, through the heap of great waters. It says, when I heard, my belly trembled. The remnant were frightened and still gave glory. It says, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he came up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops. So the Lord gonna invade them with his troops. According to Jude, the Lord's coming with 10,000s of his saints. The Lord gonna lay the land desolate, and that is what's gonna happen to the great US of A. And Babylon the Great will be destroyed. Go pursuant to Psalms 137. Babylon who are to be destroyed. All right, and the only way you're gonna escape the destruction is by taking heed unto this word. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawashi. I want to give double honors to the apostles of great mercy do rule well. Salutation to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. This is your brother Marcus out in Trinidad saying Shalom and stay strong. Shalom.